If you've been watching Elon Musk and what he's been doing in the crypto space, then you know that Elon Musk loves to leave secret clues. We talked in depth not that long ago, even though it actually does feel like kind of a while ago, about Elon Musk's secret playlist clue, and since then we've continued to be very vigilant with the posts that he makes about what clues are in there. And some of the clues are a little bit more upfront and easy to understand than others. For this one, I would say it's relatively easy to understand. Most people kind of got the idea of what he was talking about here who are in the insider Dogecoin community. However, the people who are not in the insider Dogecoin community probably didn't understand it. And if you haven't been paying attention, then you may not have even caught this. You may not have even seen it. As you come into live, take a second to press the like button down there. We also have a huge pick that is coming up within the next few weeks on Patreon. Now, I don't want to give a specific date of when, because obviously it takes time for these things, and there are some factors out of my control with this, but this pick is going to be absolutely massive. We have me, we have one other big influencer, so with this is going to be 3 different things than the typical Patreon picks we do. The first one is going to be that instead of finding some crypto that already has a market cap, that already has holders that can sell on us if they wanted to, which typically that doesn't happen, right? Typically we see it going crazy and then staying up relatively high, but at the same time, why even necessarily go through that for this pick? For this pick, we're starting basically from 0 here. And so starting from 0, if you get in early from the Patreon pick, then boom, now you're in before basically anyone else in the world, which is kind of crazy to think about. And technically there's some behind the scenes stuff, so it's not like exactly 0, but basically this is a launch that you can be part of by being part of the Patreon. Then the other difference is that's going to be on the BNB chain instead of Ethereum, which means that you can actually participate if you just want to put in $100. Now, if you go and join the Patreon and you double your money, this is going to be a huge pick. The other influencer on board just recently did a pick that automatically within a matter of days went up to over $30 million market cap and is still continuing to rise. That was this month that happened. So huge things here with both of us combined on this, plus the fact that a ton of influencers are going to be brought in afterwards. And then on top of that, a big marketing budget, a lot of things happening. This is definitely the pick that if you're going to want to be part of the Patreon for, come join right now. There's a link right down there in the description and also in the pinned comment. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about exactly what happened with Elon Musk and the tweet that he just put out. It's really interesting to watch what he's doing, but basically this is what he said. And you may not understand exactly what that means at first glance, but all it says is just simply this, TOP. And the first thing I did after that is I looked at his profile, I looked at his banner, I looked at everything. There was no changes there. And so instantly you start to realize, okay, well, this has a different meaning. And then you combine that with the fact that the tweet he made right before it was Tesla merch now buyable with Dogecoin. You start to realize what this means. Elon Musk is saying that Dogecoin is going to go to the top, which would mean it will pass Bitcoin in terms of market cap and become the cryptocurrency of Earth. Kind of crazy to think about that happening. Kind of crazy to think about Dogecoin, the coin that so many have continued to underrate, going absolutely crazy. This will be more than the 20x, and it will go to a market cap above $800 billion, which is around where Bitcoin is right now, putting Dogecoin at a price above $7. Amazing to think about. And obviously that's a big goal. It's going to take a while to get there. But if Elon Musk has his sights set on that and he's actually willing to make things happen to get there, then obviously that's not something we should ever look past, because every single time, as we know, that he has tried to make something successful, even if all the odds are against him, like something that's crazy difficult as starting an electric car company, he has still found a way to push through that and become successful anyway. So incredible stuff there that he's tweeting about this, and technically it is open to interpretation. So do we know 100% that's what he means? Not necessarily. However, I mean, it's pretty obvious what he's trying to say there, and I commented underneath, Dogecoin to the top with an exclamation point, and that got up to 2,362 likes. I also commented a link to our live on the post where he said Tesla merch, buyable with Dogecoin. And I just want to take a second to say thank you to all of you for absolutely making that go crazy. It's awesome to see more people coming into our community from that. We've gained a ton of new subscribers in the last 2 days here, and in large part from this right here. This post was liked over 4,664 times as a reply to Elon's tweet. That's insane. It was also retweeted close to 1,000 times, And this is the crazy number, 744,000 people saw that tweet. So thanks to everyone who helped make that go viral. It was one of the top responses under Elon's tweet. And normally the Twitter algorithm makes links actually do worse. And yet somehow we were able to get it up to that high of a level. I've never seen anything like that happen before. So that just goes to show you the level of energy in the Dogecoin community. We basically have, with the strength of our community, like a cheat code on social media to make things go viral. You love to see it there. Bizarre anti-environment move by the California government. That was another tweet Elon Musk made in the last 24 hours there, as we've also seen some interesting action with the market altogether. Take a look at this. So now we have Bill Miller, who has more than 50% of his net worth currently in Bitcoin. Now that goes to show you that there are huge amounts of institutional and high investment support that are continuing to pour into Bitcoin, and he's not selling. He's continuing to hold the vast majority of that. This is the same dude who ended up having a really tough time during the financial crash and then ended up building it all the way back again, proving that lightning can strike in the same place twice if you're making the smart moves financially speaking. As we see, welcome to the Crypto of the Week level, it says JC Jones. Then the SHIB Doge community, love you, says WW. Appreciate that. And Roderick says, to the moon! If you just came into live, take a second to press like here as we continue to get into the news today and what has happened recently here with cryptocurrency. We also have this. Bitcoin options shift has some bulls calling 40,000 the bottom. Basically, more people are starting to take a bet that Bitcoin is going to go way higher by the end of the year. We saw what happened with the JP Morgan poll, where their high tier investment clients who have most of their money in stocks, even they had more than 50% saying Bitcoin will go up. And 5% of them, which you would think will be even lower than that, considering how institutional, how much older, how much out of touch they are with crypto, typically speaking, even 5% of them said it would go above 100,000 by the end of 2022. And now a lot of analysts are starting to agree with that 40K could be around the bottom for Bitcoin. It dropped slightly below that, as we predicted could happen with the downside, as we also saw Dogecoin going down below 14 cents for that brief period of time. But if we do see this becoming the new bottom for BTC, that is absolutely massive. Now we know the bottom is likely somewhere around 30,000, almost certainly, but if that bottom can be even higher than what we are calculating and what we are expecting, all it means is more positive things for the entire market altogether, more positive things for Dogecoin, more positive things for every cryptocurrency you can possibly think of, with Bitcoin doing well. So that's obviously awesome to see for so many reasons there. Another article like this, after Bitcoin's weak start to the year, analysts now predict price increase. So multiple articles coming out about that and how we are expecting a potential big boom for crypto this year. And with Elon Musk saying that Dogecoin is going to go to the top, as we're interpreting that tweet, then clearly that means that he has more big things planned, and I don't think it's impossible. In fact, it's not even close to impossible. Dogecoin right now has such an incredibly strong community when it comes to social media, has a lot of the use case going for it. It's way faster than Ethereum. It's way faster than a lot of the other cryptos. The fees are very low. It's actually structured as a currency because it does have enough inflation to encourage spending, but not too much inflation that's a big problem. And you can argue maybe the inflation should be this or it should be that, but at the end of the day, the inflation is pretty dang good just where it is, and because of that, it allows Dogecoin to have advantages that other cryptos just simply can't have. And a lot of that was luck, and we'll just be honest about it, but that luck is important there. As Steven says, I agree, taking Dogecoin to the top is most likely the interpretation of Elon's tweet from last night. In time, I believe Doge will easily hit top 3. Yes, it will be good to see that happening again, or well, technically for the first time, right? Well, no, it actually was number 3 for a brief period. It wasn't very long. It was number 3. So this would be actually the second time it goes to the top 3. It's been there before. Of course, it can go there again. So thank you, Steven Steele, for that. And yes, it seems kind of obvious when his last tweet was Tesla Dogecoin acceptance, then he randomly tweets that with no context, with no other potential interpretations that I've even seen. The only interpretation that actually makes sense, unless someone in the comment section wants to give me a different idea, is Dogecoin to the top, which is obviously awesome. And because of that, actually, I think we should probably also take a look real quick at some of the replies under that, because they were interesting. Some people talking about Dogecoin in their replies under it. And also, I thought this was funny. So Elon Musk has now put 1,469 Starlink satellites into active orbit, and then also 272 that are moving into operational orbits. Laser links activate soon. So basically, imagine being the scientist that works for Elon Musk, and the scientist is like, hey Elon, so we're about to launch another satellite into operation. Is that okay? Is that cool? And Elon says, hey, how many satellites do we have in operation right now? And the satellite person is like, okay, we have 1,469. And Elon says, stop it, no, don't do any more. We need to wait until I tweet first. It's just funny to think about that. It has to end in 1469 for him to tweet about it. You love to see that. The meme master continuing to make the memes roll. You have to love it. I mean, if you don't love it, who the heck are you, right? But 272 moving. The important thing with this, when it comes to the Dogecoin perspective, is that we literally have the Dogecoin foundations themselves, the people on the foundation. These are people who actually have connections with Elon's lawyer, is what we've heard in the past. Then some people said, no, that wasn't actually true. Some people said it was true. Then we also know Vitalik Buterin is part of the Dogecoin foundation. So a lot of people that are very influential, very important, are part of this foundation. And with that, we know that they're actually working with Starlink and Elon Musk to make these things happen. Elon Musk has also tweeted in the past that he talks to Dogecoin devs and plans things out with them. He's also talking to Billy, I believe. So he has all the connections to make this stuff. And clearly, without any counteractions to that statement coming out, we know that they are working on it right now. But the responses underneath that tweet range widely from just random memes to Dogecoin tweets. So Billy posted a picture of a spinning top. Then we have this showing Dogecoin at the top of the mountain. That interpretation there with Ethereum, Bitcoin, Zcash, XRP, Ethereum again, a bunch of cryptos down there, with Dogecoin, of course, being at the top of the mountain, surviving till the end there. Then this post with Dogecoin in the solar system, basically pretty much all the posts underneath were about Dogecoin that went to the top there. When your portfolio is 98% Dogecoin, then you become a mega Chad Terminator. Obviously, that's awesome to see. And then more Dogecoin. Basically, the more you look, the more Dogecoin you see all the way down the list here. And so I don't see anyone else interpreting it as anything else besides that. So thank you, Elon, for another awesome tweet coming in there. And obviously, I mean, he's not just saying that. He's actually going to back it up with stuff, as he's continued to prove over and over and over again. As the rocket ships start coming in, oh, should we do that again? All right, if we can get 100 rocket ships in the chat right now, and also get up to 300 likes, then we can do another massive to the moon here for Dogecoin, which is always fun to do. As we do see, Pab says, win what with Robinhood? Robinhood has not given a major update recently. The last update Robinhood gave, I'll go ahead and show you here. So if we go to Robinhood app, and then the chief financial person for the actual development of the wallets, and for that side of things, she has posted most of the updates there. It has not been posted directly on Robinhood. They themselves, no post recently. Then Vlad, I actually messaged him yesterday, and so hopefully we'll get some more information soon, but he's been posting memes about cats and other things as people continue to ask when wallets. The last time he posted about wallets was, I believe, about 3 weeks ago or so, and then the last time anyone on the Robinhood team posted about it was around the same time ago, when the chief officer who was responsible for the financial crypto side of Robinhood, she basically gave an update saying that they're going to be rolling it out in Q1 of 2022, that they're not far away, that they're already in the beta testing phase for the wallets. Some people are currently using them. Everything is working well. And so we're continuing to watch this, and we believe we may see the wallets coming in February. It may be sooner. It could be, but before the end of this month. But February is my prediction for when we'll actually see them rolling out to the general public, which is cool to think about, right? Because that's going to be the perfect time, and watch it happen, right? Because we already see hints in the code on the Tesla website. Wait for Robinhood wallets to come out, and then not long after that, Tesla full Dogecoin acceptance, which then you can go use your Robinhood wallet to buy whatever the heck you want from Tesla. Instead of just being able to buy some merch with Doge, you may be able to buy any merch with Doge. Instead of just being able to buy some things, you can buy cars themselves and actually have a Tesla using your Doge. So all of that's incredible and cool to think about there. Can we get Elon to call Robinhood? Yeah, Elon, give him a ring. If you're watching right now, Elon. By the way, that was crazy last night when we said on the live, all right, we're about to get off. Elon, if you want to maybe tweet right now, right before we get off, we'd love to see that. I think a lot of people would get excitement from it, and it would be fun. And then literally, actually 1 minute before I was going to get off, That's not even an exaggeration. We were up to like 357. I like to normally end my lives at 350 or at 58 minutes. We are at 57 minutes because if you go over 59 or if you go over an hour, oftentimes it can be worse for the algorithm. And so because of that, we were about to get off, and then Elon decides to tweet right then with a matter of seconds left until the live was over. So I hope he was actually watching and he did that for us. But I mean, we'll never know, right? He's not someone who reveals his hand. He never wants anyone to know what he's thinking or what he's doing. He just does stuff, and then you have to interpret it yourself. If he was that up front, it would probably be way more boring to pay attention to him. We kind of like the mysterious part of it, right? I want to see things that I don't know what it means, and then we have to interpret it. I want to see secret clues. I want to have Elon planning some crazy plan that he won't even tell his closest people about, and only he knows what it is. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it fun. And if the catalyst is known ahead of time, well, then it's not going to be as big of a catalyst. We've continued to see that be true. So it's important for the secrecy to be at least to some degree there. Elon thinking ahead in the near future, says Lara83. How's your COC bag looking, says Crypto Chris. So COC, because of some of the delays with the CASINO, it has not really launched off as much as I believe it really will once it actually comes out. So that's exciting to think about. And there was a fun tournament there tonight for poker, which I had a lot of fun playing with. And no, I didn't win, unfortunately. There was 10 people playing, did not win. I guess we'll have to wait a little bit longer before you see Matt on the world tour there, unfortunately. I gotta improve my skills first. Elon in here says complex music. Oh, did we get a chat from Elon Musk himself in here? Now, I do wonder, because we have seen Elon Musk comments in the chat on our videos before, and then we have also seen Elon Musk wearing the black glasses when he went on SNL. We have seen him doing other things that would suggest that he may be watching from time to time, and we know for a fact he's seen at least some of our videos because he responded directly on Twitter to some of them. So it's hard to say for sure exactly how much he watches or how much he doesn't, but I have to wonder, could it actually be Elon Musk in the comment section sometimes, and he knows most people will think it's a fake Elon, and so that's why he doesn't care about using his real name, and he actually really is in the chat commenting. Is it possible? Yes. Is it true? Who the heck knows? I just certainly hope it is, because that really would be cool. And now, of course, after saying that, he'll never do it again, unfortunately. Please do it again, Elon. All the rocket ships coming in still. Oh, look at that. And we're past 300 likes. I think it's time to do a massive Dogecoin to the moon. Man, I love doing that so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price of Dogecoin right now. This is what the market has done in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin going up, oh, just a wee little bit, a tiny little bit, one fraction of a bit. Then Bitcoin also really having an interesting day. Dogecoin up 18% on the week. Today, basically, it's kind of weird because the chart doesn't really necessarily show an accurate picture of this exact point in time because of the fact that it did spike massively at the exact minute that the previous 24-hour start, or the exact hour rather. But then overall, the market has seen a nice week today. Dogecoin still above 18 cents, and as long as it can hold that price for a little bit longer, it is going to launch very soon, I believe. Now, that's something that we're going to be watching closely. When the next Dogecoin crazy major spike happens, it is going to be a time of extreme excitement where we obviously have a ton of energy coming into live. It's going to be really fun to watch. As more and more rockets coming in, I'm just going to hold my 5K Dogecoins. That's a good idea, I think. How do I join the Patreon, says Steven. Basically, to join the Patreon, all you gotta do is go down there, click on the link in the description. I'll also put it in the pinned comment after this video is up, and then you can go to the Patreon. There's multiple different tiers you can join. You're gonna want to join on the higher tiers to get earlier access to all of the important things, but obviously every single tier, especially with big picks like this, is going to be worth it to join. Think about it. Would you rather go out to dinner one time or be on a Patreon where you could potentially see huge gains really fast? Now, there's no guarantees, right? We've had some picks that weren't fully successful, that only went up a little bit. We've had some picks that were just like, a couple of them have gone down, but for the most part, pretty much every single pick we've done has seen extreme success. And with that track record, that's why we have such a big Patreon right now. That's why so many people on Patreon are continuing to stay. The return rate of Patreon subscriptions is unbelievably high compared to most Patreons on the internet. It's extremely high. And with that, that just continues to compound and compound and compound. And the bigger we get, the more fun it is, because the more people are participating and the more it can go. So it just really all comes together nicely. The more you have, the more you can get. It continues to be the truth there. Oh yeah, Luke says he also has 5K in Doge, and looks like there's someone being salty in the chat. I don't see it. Diana, are you deleting the salty comments? No, I haven't seen her on this live. I think she's actually driving right now. But Dogecoin it to the moon. It says A versus A family channel. And oh, look at that. We just had a little bit of a jump there, but it'll be fun to watch in the next 24 hours, especially what tweets come out and what things happen there. And I talked about it briefly at the beginning of the live, but Elon Musk basically is roasting California right now for this very strange policy. Basically, in California, they're now starting to put a solar tax, which would in theory increase the amount you have to pay by like $60 to $80 for solar. Now, why the heck would you want to tax something that is good? Because it means there's more clean air. I like clean air a lot, right? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Elon Musk calling out, saying bizarre anti-environment move by California, and he's calling out the governor there, which at this point everyone needs to understand. It doesn't matter what side a politician is on. It doesn't matter who they're for. All of these politicians are getting paid massive amounts of money pretty much, with only a very few exceptions, to push things that are not good for us and only good for people that are the ones paying them. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. That's why these politicians are reaching huge net worths of tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases, when they're literally career politicians and they're making $100K a year. How the heck do you go from $100K a year to $10 million, $100 million within a matter of years? It doesn't make any sense until you realize what's really happening here. And so that's why you cannot trust any politician, no matter which side they're on, because they continue to do things like this, clearly getting paid by someone almost certainly, and you'll never find out who it is, right? They're very good at being secretive. As we see, smash that like button coming in from Rough Moon at Doge Landing. Love to see that. Then Annie says, vote Inu taking over the crypto space in 2022. Two big chats coming in there. She says, get you a bag. Thank you for the chat. And as we see, but yeah, one thing I think everyone should be looking at, if you have not joined the Patreon yet, come check it out, because this is the perfect time to join, as we are only a very short period of time away from this next crypto pick, which is by far the most potential of any pick we've ever done. And the fact that it's on BNB means if you want to, you can literally just put in $100, $1,000, 10,000, 5,000, 200, 300, whatever amount you want. If you just want to throw in $50, the fees on BNB are way smaller than on ETH. And even though ETH is great sometimes for certain aspects, because you can oftentimes reach higher market caps with ETH, since so many people in the United States have it, BNB is, I think, going to be where a lot of energy is moving in the near future. And so we want to obviously capitalize on that as much as we possibly can here. But yeah, thanks. The Ryan says, roast him. Yeah, the politicians. You're not getting away from the roast of Matt. Matt, it's mid-January. When is Robinhood Wallace coming? Yeah, February, I think, is going to be when those come. But anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.